Miss Lindsay, and today I'm going to tell you about one of my favorite audiobooks of all time. So this story is called The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley. It's an excellent story. It's about Ada, and she's 10 years old, and she lives in London during World War II. And so the bombs are coming, they're being dropped, and so kids are being shipped off to the countryside to be safe from the war. But the problem is that Ada's mother doesn't let Ada leave the house because she has a club foot and she thinks that she's embarrassing. So when her younger brother Jamie gets shipped off, Ada sneaks out and they both travel to the countryside together, where they are taken care of by a woman named Susan. So Susan doesn't really want to take care of the kids. She's not really sure how to deal with kids. So it's about Susan learning to love the kids and learning how to really love again. She lives in this old house and hasn't been really taken care of. And then Ada learns kind of how to be out in the open and how to learn how to trust adults and how to trust people again, but also kind of learns how to love herself again. So it's a great adventure. It's super fun. The reader is fantastic, and it's also just a really heartwarming story that would be great for your next car trip. And if you don't want to listen to it in the car or not on CD, never fear, we also have it in playaway form, so you can just plug your headphones in and listen to Ada's story that way.
Hi, Miss Annabeth here, and I think that you and your family on your next car trip should listen to The Mysterious Howling, which is book 1 in the Incorrigible Children of Ashton Place series by Mary Rose Wood. And most of these audiobooks are read by Catherine Kelkgren, who's a personal favorite of the children's department. So this series, but this book in particular, is about a young girl who wants to be a governess. She's just graduated from school and she has her first assignment with 3 children at the Ashton Place. Now when she gets there, she's all excited because this is her first job and everything, but when she gets there she realizes that the Ashton children are the adopted children of Lord and Lady Ashton, and they have spent the most of their lives in the woods, being raised by wolves. So this presents quite a challenge for new governess Penelope Lumley, and there starts all of the misadventures and mischief that the Ashton children, the incorrigibles as they're called, bring into her life. So there's a couple different things that come up. Obviously some silliness happens, but also some mystery. Where did the Ashton children come from? What's this mysterious howling, hence the name of the book, that comes from the walls? You don't really know, so you have to listen to find out. And the best part about this audiobook is that Catherine Kelkgren, the narrator, has a fantastic howl. So I suggest on your next car trip with your family, you guys should listen to The Mysterious Howling, book 1 of the Incorrigible Children of Ashton Place by Mary Rose Wood.
Hi, I'm Miss Tracy, and I want to tell you about a book today called Lincoln's Grave Robbers by Steve Sheinkin. This is a nonfiction book that my family and I listened to on a recent road trip. It is a book that is totally exciting and thrilling. Now, when we were listening to it, I even forgot I was listening to a nonfiction book. I mean, I felt like I was listening to a fictional crime thriller. There's so much going on in this book. It starts out on the eve of the 1867 election. And all of the newspapers back then, they were carrying election stories. But hidden back on page 5 of the Chicago Tribune, there was a different type of story, a weird story, actually. It was about the plot to steal the bones of President Abraham Lincoln. Now, before I listened to this book, I had no idea that someone tried to steal his bones, but they did. And that's not all I learned, because for the author to really set up the plot, he explores the history of counterfeiting back in the Civil War days and directly after the Civil War. Evidently, it was big business back then, because in 1864, 50% of all the money circulating was fake. Yes, it was counterfeited. That means that people printed their own money to use. And of course, that was highly illegal. Now, you may be asking, What does counterfeiting or fake money have to do with someone trying to steal the bones of President Abraham Lincoln? Well, if you want to find out, I suggest that you check out Lincoln's Grave Robbers by Steve Sheinkin.
Hi, I'm Miss Rebecca, and I don't know about you, but I love to go on road trips. And one of the reasons I like to go on road trips is that I get to listen to audiobooks. On my last road trip, I listened to See You in the Cosmos by Jack Ching. Instead of going in the route that I had intended, I found myself traveling from Colorado down to New Mexico with Alex, a super space obsessed 11-year-old, and his dog, Carl Sagan. Now, those of you who don't know who the human Carl Sagan was, he was a famous astronomer, and in the 1970s, he sent messages into outer space. And now back to our road trip. Alex has been making his own recordings on his golden iPod, and he wants to send them out to extraterrestrials so they'll know what life is like being a human on this planet. Alex's dream is to send his golden iPod up into space in a rocket that he is building. Lots of different actors contribute to this audio, making it a fun thing to listen to. And the sound effects make it super special. Be sure to check this out.
Hi, my name's Kayla and I'm here to tell you about my favorite audiobook, Cinder by Marissa Meyer. If you like fairy tales, sci-fi, fantasy, or kick-butt female leads, this book is for you. It takes place in the future after World War IV in the country of New Beijing. And Cinder works as a mechanic to earn money for her stepmother. And not only do her stepmother and stepsisters hate her, but so does the rest of society, because she's not just an orphan, she's also a cyborg. And cyborgs are seen as inferior and incapable of feeling true human emotion. And over time, Cinder has learned to kind of keep to herself because of this. But when the prince shows up at Cinder's work asking for help, Cinder quickly becomes intertwined in both the prince's life and the life of the person trying to steal his throne, Lavana, the evil queen of Luna. And the people of Luna have special powers. After colonizing on the moon, many of them develop powers that allow them to control the minds of other people, and they can make them see and do whatever they want them to. And so of course, Lavana is going to use this to her advantage as she tries to take over the throne. But will she succeed, or maybe can Cinder stop her? I don't know, you'll have to read this book to find out. And this book truly has it all. And the reader is absolutely fantastic. She does the best robot voice, you will love it. But trust me, this is a series that once you start, you'll never want it to end. It's just non-stop action the entire way through. And I love it, and I hope you do too. So come check out Cinder by Marissa Meyer.
My name's Wendy, and this is Dumplin' by Julie Murphy. Dubbed Dumplin' by her former beauty queen mom, Willa Dean has always been comfortable in her own skin. And with her best friend Ellen by her side, she takes the world by storm. And while working at a fast food restaurant, she meets Bo, a hunky guy that she has a crush on immediately. And weirdly enough, Bo has a crush right back on her. They form this weird kind of secret relationship and end up liking each other. But Willa Dean starts to not feel great about herself while in this relationship with Bo. So she does something crazy. She enters her mom's beauty pageant just to see what could happen. And with a group of ragamuffin girls, they take this pageant by storm. And you will never believe what happens. And this is Dumplin' by Julie Murphy.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and this is one of my favorite audiobooks. It's called P.S. I Like You by Casey West. It's about a girl named Lily Abbott, and she's a self-proclaimed quirky and awkward girl who loves music. She starts to think that she will never find a guy who likes her the way she is until she writes some of her favorite song lyrics on her chemistry desk, only to come back the next day and find that someone has not only continued the lyrics but also added a message. Soon, Lily and the anonymous pen pal started writing full-on letters and sharing some of the things going on in their lives. And Lily realizes that she starts to fall for the letter writer, but doesn't know who it is. So as Lily attempts to unravel the mystery while juggling school, friends, crushes, and her crazy family, she discovers that matters of the heart can't always be spelled out. So if you would really like this book, come check it out.